welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cece here, and if you are a new subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for taking the time to click and watch this video, and do me a huge favor and hit that red subscribe button so that you do not miss any more uploads from me. And if you are a returning subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for coming back. So today is going to be a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. I did a green, kind of mossy green and gold halo eye using this palette right here. This is the Motives Dynasty palette, which is a new palette that I actually just got from Motives, and I've really been enjoying this palette. I didn't use all of the colors. I used 4 colors out of this palette, and this is what the palette itself looks like. Super pretty. And I will be uploading a full review swatch video on this palette, so definitely check that out, and I can actually link that up here as well. If you missed that one, you can definitely check that one out as well. But I used like I think one of my transition shade was from another palette, but I basically used the shades from this palette, and I really love the way it turned out. So if you guys want to see how you can achieve this green and gold halo eye using this Dynasty palette by Motives, then definitely continue to watch the video. Okay, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to achieve a halo eye. This is a technique that you can honestly do with any eye colors that you want. So you can use bold colors or you can use neutrals. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a bolder look because the picture that I posted on Instagram, I want to say, and Snapchat, it was more of like a green kind of look. So I'm going to be using a couple palettes today. I'm going to be using this palette by Motives. This is the Motives Dynasty palette, which I absolutely love. And I'm going to be using a couple single eyeshadows from my Disney Villains collection that I got like a year ago. So let's just go ahead and get into this. So I've already done all my skin prep. Brows are done. I hate the way my brows turned out today because I ran out of my MAC pencil, so I had to use a really cheap drugstore. I think I got it from the beauty supply store, and I really hate it. So, but yeah, brows are done. Eyelids are primed and set. So let's just go ahead and dig in. So the first thing that I'm going to do, as always, start off with a transition color. So today I'm going to be using my NYX Love in Paris palette that is about to expire. So I'm really trying to hurry up and use these colors. This color right here, which I obviously love because, like, seriously, I'm like seriously hitting pan on this color. These colors do not have any shadow names, so unfortunately I won't be able to tell you, but it's just that color right there. It's just a matte brown. So I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics 120, and I'm just going to apply it in the crease and then work it up. Okay, and I have a paper towel here, so I'm just going to wipe this brush off on the paper towel. I'm going to go in to the Dynasty palette, and I'm going to be grabbing this super cute, kind of like a mustard orangey kind of shade. And I'm just going to grab that on the same brush, and I'm going to apply this a little bit lower in the crease. So just like right in the main crease area. And just blend it in. And then I'm going to take this crease brush and turn it sideways and just start blending those two shadows together. Okay. Now I'm going to start with the lid shade. So I like to layer lid colors because I just feel like that just makes the whole look just come out a lot more flawless. So I'm going to take this shade here. This came out of the Magnificent palette, I believe, and it's this shade here. It's called Spindle. And I'm just going to take a flat eyeshadow brush. This is by Essence of Beauty. And I'm just going to apply this through my whole lid area as our first lid color. So I'm going to grab a little bit on the brush, and I'm just going to apply it all over my lid. It's very light green color. So it's just going to help the other colors that we're going to apply just go on a lot smoother. Go into the palette, and I'm going to grab this kind of mossy green kind of shade. I'm going to flip the brush over. I'm going to grab my e.l.f. Mist and Set, which you guys know I love. Spray about 3 or 4 sprays on my brush, and I'm going to apply this just to the outer part, like this part of my eye right here, and then the inner corner right here. And you don't have to be super neat with this part because you're just pressing it on, and then we're going to go in and blend. And as you can see, I left the middle part bare because we're going to go in and just put a color directly to the middle. So I'm going to use this sparkly gold shadow here. And this color is called Athena. I'm going to use just a concealer brush. You could just use any flat concealer brush that you want. Again, I'm going to spray my brush. And I'm going to grab this sparkly gold shade and apply it to the center. So you just want to pat it on pretty generously. So now I'm going to go back in with that crease brush that I used earlier. And I'm going to grab this brown shade here. And this shade is called Venus. And I'm just going to apply this directly into my crease area. And these colors are like super pigmented, so you really only need to tap your brush like 1 time to get good pigmentation. Then go back with that BH brush and just blend the colors together. Okay. Now to clean up, because we do have some fallout underneath, I'm just going to take my makeup wipe and just kind of clean up. So let's move on to the face, and then we'll go back to the eyes. Today, I'm going to be mixing my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation with my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. And I like to mix these because although this provides good coverage, it does leave my skin a little bit on the dewy side, so it doesn't really control oil as well as I like. So I like to go in with the matte Poreless. This gives you the matte finish but doesn't really have that much coverage, but this gives you the coverage without the oil control. So both of these together, bomb. So I'm not going to use a lot of the matte and Poreless. I'm just going to use a little bit, about like that much. And then I'm going to start with probably 3 pumps of this foundation and just kind of see where things go. So I'm going to mix these together on my hand, and I'm going to use a flat foundation brush. This is the BH Cosmetics 116. So I'm just going to kind of dab it all over my face. And I'm going to spray my brush just a little, just to help blend things out a little bit better. And just going to blend it all over. I definitely want to highlight, and then we can set everything. So I'm going to be using my Maybelline Master Conceal in Light Medium. Get about that much on. And I'm actually going to use that same concealer brush for earlier, just the opposite side. Apply it pretty generously under the eye, because I definitely want that area to be nice and high lit. Center of my face, a little bit around my mouth because I'm seeing some areas there, a little bit around my nose, and just a couple little spots where I have some acne I want to cover. Using this BH Cosmetics 115 brush. It's kind of like a tapered highlighting brush. Let's just blend all that out. To take the concealer all the way into the nose, I just feel like it gives a really natural highlight. So you really, and contour, so you really don't necessarily need to contour your nose unless you just want to. Now I'm going to set my entire face just to make sure that I don't have any oil peeking throughout the day. So I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder, which you guys know I absolutely love. And this video is not sponsored, but I'm just loving my BH Cosmetics brushes, so I'm just going to use them. So this is the BH Cosmetics 113. It's just what was available, so that's what I'm using. So I'm going to just set my entire face. If you are darker in skin tone, I definitely do not recommend this for medium to dark skin tones because it can definitely give you a white cast. So if you are darker, you could use the Airspun powder or the Laura Mercier translucent, and that would work well. Alright, so that's done. And just to add a little bit of kind of color, I guess, back to the face, because I feel like this powder does tend to wash me out just a little, I'm going to go into my BH Cosmetics Forever Nude Sculpt and Glow palette, which I just had to show this palette some love because I feel like I haven't used it in a super long time. So I'm going to grab this banana shade here. You could grab any banana shade that you have. And I'm just going to apply it with that same brush that we used for our concealer underneath the eyes, down the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin area. Okay, now let's add some color into the face. So I'm going to be using the same palette. I'm going to grab this bronzer shade here. And the same brush that we use for our powder, the BH Cosmetics 113. And just bronze up the face. I cannot talk today. Bronze up the face just a little bit. Then I'm going to grab my Kat Von D Shade of Light brush. I'm going to grab this angled side here and a little bit of this contour powder from the BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics, what is wrong with me? BH Cosmetics palette. And carve out my cheekbones, which you guys know I like to do. And blend. Go back in with that 113 brush and just further blend it out. I feel like that Kat Von D brush is good for applying the contour, but it doesn't really blend it like I like. Because I like a bold contour, but I don't want it to look like, you know, muddy. Just to make sure that contour line is really, really sharp, I'm going to clean off that Kat Von D contour brush that we used earlier. I'm going to go back into our banana powder. And starting at the top of the ear, just apply a pretty generous amount from the ear all the way down to the bottom of the lip. And I just hit pan on the powder. Hate that. Like, major pan. So, I'm going to do that and then just kind of blend it out. This helps your contour line to look like super sharp. So now I'm going to start highlighting. So I'm going to use two highlighters today. I'm going to go in back to the BH Cosmetics one. This one, I'll swatch it for you. It's not like, see what I mean? Like, it's not super, you know, pigmented. So what I like to do is just use it as like a base. And then I go in with another contour shade. I mean, it shows up, but could just be me. Because, you know, I like a bam in your face, honey, contour, not contour, highlight. So I think today I'm going to go into another BH product. I'm going to go into my Carly Bible palette because I have not used this in like so long. And I think I'm going to pull from this second highlight shade here, like literally just a little, because these highlight shades, girl, pigmented, like, and go back in with my highlighting brush again and just blend it out so we don't look crazy. A little bit of blush. I'm going to use the same blush from the BH palette right here. Same highlighting side from the Kat Von D. And I like to just apply right in the middle of where I did that highlight and that contour, just to tie everything together. So now we're going to go back up to the eyes. So I'm going to go back in with that matte brown shade called Venus, I believe. So I'm going to go, per usual, Sonja Kashuk pencil brush, grab a little bit of that shade. And just apply it on the bottom lash line. For liner, I'm going to use this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the color Smoke. It's just a really nice, like, brown shade. Apply this to the bottom lash line. For my upper liner, in that picture I think I just used just like a regular liquid liner, because I mean we have a lot of drama and smokiness going on anyway, so you really don't need a whole lot. So I'm just gonna grab my e.l.f. liquid liner in jet black. So I'm gonna let the liner sit for just a second to dry. Right. So I just like to let my liner sit to make sure that it doesn't smudge when we go in with the mascara. So I'm gonna be priming my lashes today with this Wet n Wild Photofocus Lash Primer that I have really been enjoying this. Like, I would definitely recommend that. So I just like to apply it on my top lashes and my bottom lashes. I like to go in with two different mascaras. So on my top lashes, I'm going to use the City Color Volume and Length Mascara as my main. But as my base, I'm going to use this Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt. This mascara is super bomb for bottom lashes, but I don't really like it alone for my tops, because I feel like it separates your lashes, but it doesn't really, like, do much else on the top. I'm through, because I know not all of my subscribers like falsies. So I'm trying to, like, mix it up in my tutorials and do, like, some looks with no falsies and then some looks with falsies, just to make sure everybody's got what they need. But if you want to do falsies with this look, you definitely can. And then I'm going to go in with the City Colors one on my top. To add my inner corner highlight, and girl, you know, you got to have that. So I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. contour brush, and I'm just going to grab the BH Cosmetics highlight and put it in my inner corner. See how it just adds a little pop, you know, a little something. And then for lips, I'm going to use this Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Cream Lipstick in the shade C211. It's a basic nude. I'm going to use the Sephora Nano Lip Liner in Cherry Chestnut, which, as you can see, I'm like really trying to use this to the last drop because they discontinued. Why? I don't know. But they discontinued this, so... This was actually a dupe for Max Chestnut, but they discontinued this one, so whatever. But yeah, so I'm just gonna line my lips. We're going to go ahead in with the lipstick. Last but not least, we're going to glossify this like it really needs it, but I'm extra, so I'm going to do that with the Motives Lip Gloss in the shade Glam. Because it's fall, and who doesn't like a glittery glossy lip for the fall? So last step, we are going to set everything with this NYX matte finish, and we'll be good to go. Okay guys, there you have it. This is the completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, definitely give it a huge thumbs up. Comment below any requests for future tutorials that you want to see, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon in the next video. Bye guys.